Hey, welcome to another unboxing video, and for today we have the Nintendo Switch and also Zelda Breath of the Wild. Let's see what's inside. Alright guys, so this is the Nintendo Switch. It just came out today. This is March 3rd. This is also Zelda, so we'll take care of that later. I got the gray Joy-Con version. There's also the red and blue neon one, but let's see what's on the box so far. So on the front you got a picture of the Switch console with the dock and the dock for the Joy-Cons. On this side you get a bunch of pictures of different kind of situations you can put the Nintendo Switch on. The back is a pretty close-up picture of the Switch console with the two Joy-Cons. On this side you'll get a pretty much similar thing to the other side. Nintendo logo and a bunch of that crazy information that no one's ever gonna read. So let's see what's inside. Alright, so this is everything that you'll get in the box. So first of all, we'll start with, well, I guess we'll go from right to left. So the simple things out of the way, you have an HDMI cord, and I think this is about 6 feet long. You'll get the setup guide and warranty and all that stuff. You have the power adapter that you could plug into the dock. I think you can also plug this straight into the Switch console itself. Yep. Alright, so next up you'll get the dock. It's a hard plastic casing. You'll see that it has the docking station right there where you put the console in. You could put you have two USBs on the side. If you fold down the backing plate down here, you could plug in, let's see, you could plug in your HDMI to the TV, the power adapter, and a USB 3.0 port in the back. Next up you'll have the Joy-Con hand strap adapters. This is also so you can attach it to the Joy-Con if you're playing with the one Joy-Con at a time for a multiplayer game. You have one for the left side and one for the right side, indicated by the plus and minus. So this by the plus and minus like that, plus and the minus right there. Next up you have the Joy-Con dock. From what I know about this is that it doesn't actually charge the Joy-Cons. It just tells you about the charge on them, and it's also for you to just hold them without holding them like Wiimotes. Next up are the Joy-Cons themselves. You have one for the right side, which is indicated by the plus, one with the left side indicated by the minus. You have one joystick on the left side in the normal like 360 configuration. The other one on the right side is also where a 360 controller is. You have a pretty different D-pad in comparison to old Nintendo consoles because they do have to emulate having them pretty similar if you're gonna do it in multiplayer mode. This one, I think this is the scanner for Amiibo. On this side you have the A, B, X, Y buttons, the plus minus buttons for like start and select. On the top you'll have R1, L1, R2, L2, but this one is it has R, L, ZR, ZL. And if you turn it to the side, you'll also have SR, SL for one controller, and SL and SR for the other. And then this is a charge meter. If you go back here, you'll have the eject buttons to eject it from the console and any adapter that's on it. On the bottom of the right one, you have the sensor for I forget what it's called, but it's the sensor to, like on the video you could see that you could do like rock, paper, scissors or whatever, and also see how far it is. And then the last thing, but not the least, but the most important one, is the console itself. So I think this is 7 inches. I need to double check that. I'll put an annotation if I do need to. On the top of the console, you'll have a game card slot. I think the game cards are pretty similar to SD cards. Right next to that, you have a headphone jack. From what I know, Bluetooth headphones don't work with this yet, at least not natively. I think this is a vent up here. You have a volume rocker right here, the power button. I believe these are speakers down here. Down here you have the USB charging port. On the back you have the logo with, I think these are either vents or speakers, with the kickstand right here. This feels pretty loose. I've heard that this isn't a very supportive kickstand. It's just made out of plastic. And so let's attach the Joy-Cons and turn this bad boy on. Alright, so now I need to do this, and I'll tell you right now, at my angle where I usually keep my keyboard on my desk, the kickstand is pretty, like right now it's facing my upper or lower torso. So let's see. Alright, so we're in the home screen right now, so let's put the Joy-Cons back on. I'll tell you right now, I like something like the fidget cube. I think attaching and detaching the Joy-Cons will be very good for those fidgeters. But this is the home screen. Let's see if we could focus in. So I don't have anything yet, or I could open up Zelda and boot that up. So let's just see what we have so far. So these look like they're supposed to be apps. Down here we have news, the eShop, photo album, controller configuration, I'm hoping, system settings, and sleep mode. So let's go open up Zelda real quick and see what's inside of that. Alright, so here's Zelda Breath of the Wild before we open it up. This is pretty roughly the same size as a Vita game box. On the front you have Link facing out on the pretty open world. It looks like these boxes are going to have the Nintendo Switch logo right here, followed by pretty much a plain red bar with the tower right here with the Nintendo down there. On the back you'll get a couple of pictures from the game. You'll have the summary of what this is. So number of players on the TV will be 1, while on the kickstand mode it's 1, while on the console itself it's 1. So yeah, Zelda games, single player. This looks like it has amiibo compatibility. So let us see what's inside. So yeah, they did mention something about there not being a lot of real estate because these are roughly the same size as SD cards. So it doesn't even look like there's any game manual in this, but let's look what the game looks like. So let's pop it out. So yeah, this is pretty small. I think it's probably pretty easy to lose. On the front you'll get the game logo. On the back you get pretty big pins. So let's pop it into the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so when you load it up, you get the app that pops up. But I will do my first impressions and I'll let you know. See you next video.